Hi there, it's me, Cy Williams. It's early morning on Wednesday, September 29th. Tomorrow's the 30th. Wait a minute, I think it's the 30th today because tomorrow is the 31st and Friday is the 1st, which is my birthday. That's right, I turned 55 years old. And I like to look at my life through the lens, through a particular lens. I like to change things up myself every 10 years or so. And I have been working diligently for the last 10 years on my High Canada Magazine platform as we slowly but surely approach our 10-year anniversary and our 100th issue. Holy fuck, right? 100 issues. That's blood, sweat, tears. At least 60 people have been involved over the last 10 years as writers, contributors, as editorial staff. So many people in the industry that I know that we've been able to, that I've been able to cycle through High Canada Magazine. We've given so many amazing individuals a start in our magazine, and it always does me, just brings such pride to my heart and to my soul when I see these people succeeding out there in the cannabis sector. And there are some amazing people too. Colin Banbury, Kelly Gibson, Sarah Jane Wilson, even let's see. Oh my God, I blanked there for a second. We've had so many amazing people. I was thinking about Emmy yesterday and how much she would appreciate all that we've built over the last 5 years. You know, for those of you who don't know, and I always like to honor Emmy's memory, Emmy was my assistant editor for years 3 and 4. And sadly, Emmy was dealing with a lot of mental health challenges. And about a week after Lyft, about 5 years ago, Emmy took her life. It was devastating for myself, for my team. I remember at the time, I was just talking about this yesterday with somebody, how Alex Abalon, at that time, the founder and CEO of National Access Cannabis, he played a big role in helping myself and my team recover from that just stupendous loss after we lost Emmy. And I often refer to Alex as the spiritual godfather of our entire team because, you know, every time we've really needed him emotionally or for some support or for anything over the years, Alex Abalon has always been there for myself, for my High Canada Magazine team, and for my High Canada Magazine. You know, Alex even wrote for me for a couple years. Another amazing writer that I would love to see come back, Evangelina Katsaris. And she hasn't written for me in a couple years, although I did happen to catch some of her writing online the other day, and it made me so wistful for the times that she did write for me. She's also been on my cover a few times. We've had some not so good people cycle through the magazine as well, and you know, in the object of balance, I should talk about that a little bit. Yeah, you know, for every 3 or 4 really great, amazing people, for every Sarah or Zara or Sarah or Colin or Dave or Tammy or Sabrina, there are a few others that just, they come in, they whiteboard us, we get them into the industry, we train them, we give them the 411 on as many things as we can, we get them participating as active members, I always think in service to our industry, and then they'll go off on their own way. And there's some, we've had to let people go as well. And I love that we're a stepping stone. I just wish that I maybe had better, made better choices sometimes when it's choosing people that I allow or we allow to access our resources. Because, you know, we've had a couple of not so good people. I've had a few predators that we've had to let go. We've had some dramas, shit disturbers, and greedy people, and people who are really into it for themselves. You know, you can tell who those people are if you really pay attention. So those are the people that we pretty much ignore. You know, I take a policy. I block and delete haters on social media fast. And I'm the same way with people who I feel who have disrespected High Canada Magazine and the values that we stand for, and that service, community, information, education, and overall unity. You know, I'm not a rich man. Um, High Canada Magazine is self-funded. There's this misconception in the industry that everybody who works in the industry is fucking loaded. But let me tell you, that's not the case. It has been a labor of love, and I think that any sane individual would have probably shuttered the magazine years ago. Case in point, legalization, while so wonderful for our country and offering so many opportunities for advancement and within our industry, slit the throat of High Canada Magazine and so many entrepreneurs who had legacy brands out there in the industry. Does my heart warm and proud to see some of these brands make it, but so many didn't. Having so many legal companies pretty much just terrified to have anything to do with us because of our legacy roots, or because they feel they're going to get punished by Health Canada for telling their stories. It's ridiculous, you know. Hats off and kudos to the very brave companies out there that do support independent media like myself and others, that do step up and advertise, and knowing that our advertisers are our only, and I mean only, revenue source. So companies like Plaid Trout, like Pinners, like CCX, like Canna Green Packaging, like Mana or Mantra, or Canareps, or any of the over 300 amazing companies that have stepped up to help and assist and support High Canada Magazine and independent cannabis media. I love all of you. You know, without you, we would not have been able to do all the things we have done to get us to this point, and we would certainly not be at this point. At this moment, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge my rumbling stomach because it is early. I think it's like 6 a.m. But I want to acknowledge our newest supporter, High Canada Magazine family member, High Canada Magazine lateral partner, one of our newest advertisers. That's Royal Harvest. And I'm excited to be telling Kevin's story, the man behind Royal Harvest, during Croptober, the month of Croptober. So we are dropping a new issue any day now, over the next couple of days. We're finishing it off right now, featuring Jazz Samra, the organizer of the Elevate Retail Cannabis Expo that's happening in Toronto on September 12th to 15th. Plus, my exclusive coverage of the Unicorn Music Festival and Rosebud Bowl, which was a cannabis comparison competition. And I had so much fun, I'll tell you. Let's see what else is going on in my world. We have our fitness issue in the middle of September. There is the Collectors Cup happening in Edmonton, and that is the hottest event in Canada, let me tell you. Bookended by the Hall of Flowers happening in Toronto, back for their second year, and should be exciting. I'm sending one of our High Canada Magazine, High USA teams down to cover that and check that the exciting big city event out. Right after that, we are in Victoria for the Grow Up Conference, an expo and award ceremony where we were nominated for 3 awards. So many of our friends and allies were nominated for awards too, and it is just going to be such an amazing conference. There's going to be seat exchanges, and there's the return of the highly successful retail speed dating. Grower resources and workshops, and it is going to be great. I love Victoria shows. I love Victoria. I love the Grow Up Conference. We have been media sponsoring it since its inception, and it's just one of my favorite conferences. It never disappoints, and the organizer Randy Rowe and his team, they just work so hard at putting together just the most amazing conference out there. And I know we've been working on live sampling as well for this particular show, so that's going to be pretty exciting as well. Okay, I see that I just rambled for almost 11 minutes, so I guess that's it for me right now. I want to thank you for your support. If you're interested in joining us as an advertiser within our High Canada Magazine pages, we have a big special going on for the last 12 issues of High Canada Magazine. You gotta act now though, as low as $210 in insertion. Can you believe that? This is the time. You know, when we hit issue 100, things are going to happen, and you got to get in now while there's a chance, if you want to be a part of the history and the legacy that has been High Canada Magazine. For more information, email me at editor@highcanada.net. And as always, stay high, Canada.